I'm now going to hand over for final words from Raquel Rosario Sánchez, who is a trustee and is going to give the final speech from Filia. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here at the Filia 2021 conference. My name is Raquel Rosario Sánchez. I am the spokeswoman for Filia. All our conferences, every single one of our projects, events, podcasts, articles, are labors of love that are from women to each other. But this conference in particular is an exercise in tenacity, determination, and the sheer efficiency of women. So I am standing before you as a spokeswoman and a trustee, but the reality is that the Filia conference, the Filia is the women who donate their time and their effort to our charity. Filia volunteers, like so many of you, Filia volunteers have care responsibilities, are young mothers, are old mothers, have full-time jobs, and many of them are truly struggling. But it is fundamental that the work of the women's liberation movement moves forward, and that is how all of those women, the Filia team, sustain our organization and put this conference, the largest grassroots feminist conference in Europe, together. Can we all please give a massive round of applause to the Filia volunteers who have put this fantastic conference together. Thank you. I would also like to say thank you to the Portsmouth Guildhall for hosting us. It is the proper and the formal thing to do, but as so many of you are aware, there has been considerable pressure to defame women, to abuse women, and to prevent this conference from taking place. Those efforts to silence, erase, and cancel all of us have failed. So we are here listening and learning from each other while also sharing our own experiences. And this is in large part because the Portsmouth Guildhall has stood strong. So thank you very much to the Guildhall staff and their team for having us in this gorgeous building. So, despite the absolute chaos that it is to organize an international conference in the aftermath of a global pandemic, we are honored to have the voices of women from every single region here in the UK and also from all over the world, including global perspectives from women in India, Zimbabwe, and Afghanistan. This global pandemic has not provided a pause button on the patriarchal backlash against women. In almost every single context, the pandemic has exacerbated the backlash against women. We are grateful to every single one of our speakers, all of you, all our speakers, for donating your time, your expertise, and the knowledge that makes the Filia conference possible. Thank you. Now, Filia is not just a conference, it is an excellent conference. But it is not just a conference. We move around the UK, and in every single town, we contribute to the local grassroots feminist movement by collaborating in the creation of consciousness-raising sessions, feminist book club, sex trade abolitionist networks, and so much more. Much of it runs smoothly, but there's also been resistance. Here in Portsmouth, Filia was meant to run a youth club for girls who have been excluded or were at risk of being excluded from school. We're talking about vulnerable girls who oftentimes fall prey to sexual exploitation and abuse, yet they have been prevented from accessing that support because some people smeared us for being feminist. Here in Portsmouth, refugee women and migrant women have been prevented from participating in the Philia Legacy Project and our book club, also because people who should know better decided to smear women who want to help other women. Tell them, yeah. A century after women in the UK obtained citizenry rights, the local institutions meant to protect and uphold those rights have ignored our voices when not actively participating in the dehumanization of feminists. Women in working class and ethnic minorities communities in Portsmouth are being prevented from accessing support. And more than a shame, that is unacceptable. But we move forward. The Philia Conference 2021 is a story of endurance, perseverance, and strength. At our last conference, 6 out of 10 attendees told us that that was their first Philia conference, and we imagine that the same will be happening in this conference. This will be their first opportunity to engage in the women's liberation movement and to connect with fellow feminists. To us, this is an honor, truly. It is an honor for us to produce a space that is big enough to host a large array of topics that appeal to the over 1,000 women who sign up to this conference, and that feels inviting enough so that it encourages women to connect and engage with each other, to form friendships. So many friendships are created at Philia, and to take actions to dismantle patriarchy together. Today, we are being reduced to body parts. We are called menstruators. We are called people with vaginas. That will not shut us up. It has galvanized us. So now we are being equated to other species in the animal kingdom. We are called dinosaurs, and we are accused of hoarding our rights, and we have used that for levity. We have had a laugh. And last night, I spotted no fewer than 3 different dinosaurs tearing down the dance floor. That's feminism. So this is our 7th conference, and with over 1,000 women, it is our biggest Philia conference so far. We don't feel daunted to surpass our own expectations. We feel emboldened by the buzz and the shimmer that we see in the eyes of all our attendees. Those little moments between women catching up with each other at the stalls, or when they're in the queue for the bathroom, bumping into each other, hugging, wiping away tears during the vigil, letting loose and celebrating each other's womanhood at the dance floor. Those little moments ignite collaboration. Those moments of rage, sadness, outrage, but also fun, laughter, and joy carry all of us forward. And that is Philia. Philia is the power of women uniting together to dismantle all forms of horrible patriarchal oppressions and discriminations that our sex class is subjected to. But like the women's liberation movement, Philia is also those quiet moments between women to let each other know you are not alone. I also care about this, and I want us to work together so that we can do something about it. That is Philia. We are Philia, and you are Philia too. So thank you, all of you, our attendees, for being living, breathing, and roaring examples of the power of women and the reason why we're doing the work of the feminist movement. All of us look forward to seeing you on the 22nd and 23rd of October for the Philia Conference 2022 in Cardiff, Wales. Thank you. Thank you.